The zombie is historically a figure of enjoyment. And if you look at the zombies of the 90s after the Romero films or in the midst of them, we get these zombies that are wet and slimy and their bodies are falling apart excessively. They have no real structure anymore. It's like they're corpses from an ocean. um, and they move in this wiggly way. Uh, that kind of a zombie is unimaginable today. It really is. And so it was too much in the 90s, and that's why the zombie kind of loses some popularity and becomes this monotonous thing in that era. And it's only with the Resident Evil movie, but especially 28 Days Later, that we get a hard cut to get some distance from this kind of zombie. With Resident Evil, it's this focus on the AI, but really with 28 Days Later, it's taking the zombie and making it this pure brute force, in your face destruction. So this is a zombie that is incapable of enjoying at all. It is pure rage and a force of destruction. So that severs us from the zombie as this thing that enjoys past its life. It's in its in between state between life and unalive. So this squirminess of the zombie shifts into it being a figure of destruction. We're the ones destroying it in the Left 4 Unalive video game series, which encapsulates, the mode of zombie enjoyment in the 2010s. Really, it's the squashing of the zombie that we're on the side of. We're the ones who are able to enjoy because we've got some distance from the zombie now. The zombie today can't be destroyed like that anymore. It's too strong. We don't find the video game so pleasurable in the way we did it in the 2010s. We understand reality as something that undoes us. And it does so without enjoying the way the 90s zombie squirmy enjoys our destruction and plays with our entrails, literally. These are zombies that are similar, they're in the same space of the 28 Days Later zombie, but there's a bit more room. It's not just as a force of destruction that's carried away by that force of destruction. There is room for the zombie to have some sort of characteristic. So we get the fungal zombies of The Last of Us. We get acrobatic zombies with Train to Busan. We do get sprinting rage zombies with Black Summer, but it leads to a sort of choreography of its own. So there's a mutual enjoyment happening within that confrontation. But this whole history is about gaining some distance from enjoyment, whether it's on our side or the side of the zombie. When we fall too deep into enjoyment, we lose our sense of self. We dissolve, we become food for the zombie. We become like the squirmy zombies of the 90s. So what's most interesting is the ways in which we can't go back. We can't go back to squirmy zombies, and I don't think we can go back to squashing zombies like little pixels on video game screens either. We have this engagement with reality that dictates that the zombie is a force of destruction, but it also has its own life. The 28 Days Later zombies don't have their own life. They're